I prefer the coffee.
What up, though? It's your boy Coffee back with another one. Right here, I got Rory confronting AJ from Menace and Material. Like, he let him know, like, yo, you been hating. You been using my name for clout, getting your likes and views off of me, and you not gonna be doing that. I'm tired of that shit. So he had to let him know. They have a little dialogue. You let me know. I like it. I'm here for it. It's the old podcast versus the new podcast. Like, you guys let me know. Give me a comment, like, and subscribe. Enjoy. And yeah, man. They got a little back and forth, but it's podcasting. Enjoy.
Yeah, so Rory said that
What y'all think?
he put
Irish
us
Thunder
on.
soft?
I don't know. What was the conversation that you wanted to have with me though?
What's the conversation you want to have with me? Fuck, you
Yeah.
dedicated your channel to my life. What are you what are you talking about?
You know that's not true though.
Yes, it is. Come on.
That's not true. You say you've been watching us for over a year, so you know we don't talk about you all year.
Let me record this on my laptop. Rory, what do you say to that?
That's the biggest lie. I'm laughing to myself right now. Though,
He's baffled.
it's fine. And why I think you guys are weird was this year, all of a sudden, we're good podcasters and I'm I'm the best that's been going on right now. Like, where the fuck do y'all come off doing that type of shit? Be
Doing what
consistent.
type of
Just be consistent in what you're doing.
We're 100% consistent. So when we were shitting, or I'll use your terms, hating on your podcast, that's when the podcast wasn't entertaining, it wasn't good. But it's actually gotten better this year. So that's
But
why
but
you
you
see the
guys you
switch.
guys legitimately say throughout every single episode, we don't listen to this podcast. It sucks. And then you guys said we don't
You
listen
don't
to
say
it, but they're good
wait,
now.
no, you
Bro,
don't.
I watch your shit. Like, what?
Yeah,
Come on.
that's why I'm confused on why you're even
Because you
what
legitimately say every episode that you talk about us,
no, we
we
bro,
don't
we
listen.
don't
That
we
shit is
don't.
trash. It's awful. We don't listen to it, but they're awful. Now all of a sudden we don't listen to it, but it's good.
What? Bro, we don't first of all, we don't talk about you on every episode. That's one. Number two, I've watched more in the last 3 months. Let's say last 60 days I've watched more. But yeah, y'all
You
are
know your
well,
podcast is recorded, right?
I do know it's recorded.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I just want to make sure that we don't have any like confusion on the catalog and you guys getting addressed every week, because that's not the case at all.
AJ, do you watch the Roryandmal podcast?
I watched a little bit more in the last 60
All
days.
right, see.
But no, but like typically on
Bro,
Tuesdays
all you guys do fucking clips
I'm not rushing to
nonstop to
watch it.
use
I'm
our
not
names and say you don't watch it and then shit on it. And then all of a sudden you don't watch it, but we're good. Just make up your fucking mind, bro. Just be consistent.
I'm pretty sure I was pretty clear just
Yeah, I
now.
feel like he's been straightforward, Rory.
It's not
Uh,
straightforward, it's consistent. I think what Rory is saying is, who are you to say if we're good or bad if you admittedly don't watch the product?
You legitimately just do clips about not listening to our podcast but calling us trash or good.
When was the last time we talked about y'all? Let's see.
And I don't
But
know if the
that's not the
consistency
point.
of how often you talk
could
about
you?
it is the thing. The
Is it
argument sounds
possible?
like it's the
Is
fact
it
that you
All
possible?
right,
don't
so
watch it and
Is it
all
you
right, so
possible?
wait. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 1 month ago, Maul goes on an epic rant defending Drake. Definitely watch that one. Maul's flu game 2 months ago. That was about that was when he was going in on J. Cole, I think. So yeah, definitely watch that one. 3 months ago. This is once a month and there's one episode a week. So right now we're hitting at once a month. Uh Maul exposes himself as dead weight. That one was when you had did the Danny episode.
Yep.
So that was 3 months ago. Uh, Also 3 months ago, this is all the same episode. There was a couple clips. That was after you did the Danny interview, pretty much. So
How
yeah,
many episodes are you guys doing a month?
it's looking like we're doing 4 episodes a month. So it's looking like once a month we mention y'all, not every show.
And how often do you guys watch the Roryandmal podcast? Because if from the outside looking in, it looks like you may watch one podcast if there's something, or maybe even clips when something happens.
Since the Danny episode, which was 3 months ago. Yeah, so that's about right. That's exactly what I said. About 60 to 90 days. I said 60 days, so I've been watching more over the last 3 months.
What Rory was saying before you got here, bro, was like he basically saying y'all broke your channel, kicking it back in.
That's crazy.
That's not. That is so
That's
crazy.
pretty crazy. Because we only started the channel because the first episode was the No Jumper episode, so it had nothing to do with Rory and Maul
Yeah,
actually.
but he was saying you would get 50 views talking about somebody else, and then get like 1,000 views talking about him. Am I wrong, Rory? If I'm putting words in your mouth, let me know.
That's
No,
exactly
yeah,
what I said.
yeah, I heard him say that, and that can't be true because
It is true.
I remember 50 views, and that was only just a little bit over a year ago, and we did the No Jumper episode and did way more than 50 views, which is why we said, well, let's come back and do it again.
I tell you
So
something right now.
Hey,
If they,
AJ, would it be incorrect to say that y'all started seeing a spike in your viewership when y'all got into the initial beef with Elliot Wilson?
no, there was no back and forth with Elliot, but there actually wasn't any spike with Elliot, honestly,
He's
if I'm
not
being
that
over.
popular.
I'm scrolling.
So you would say it was Wax, the Wax
The
video
wax is
then?
the one that put us in the circuit. Well, no, No Jumper. That was the first episode, and then the wax was the next moment.
AJ, I'm on your page right now. I see a couple homeroom videos. It's 194, 49. Then what Rory and Maul taught us, bare minimum boys, 8,000 views. Literally in
Come
that
on,
order.
dog. Everything about your channel was based off kicking our back in. That's why you was invited to Jersey. Like, it's cool. I
The
fuck with
Wax
y'all.
video has
Y'all are funny.
97,000
Y'all are just
views.
weird. That's
What are
all.
we talking about? Y'all comparing 8,000 to 97,000.
That's a
Like y'all
big
got to
deal,
know
though.
the actual catalog.
I don't know, but I do think it was the Wax interview. That was the kind of yeah.
Charlemagne
It
spent
was
two
well, it
months
wasn't.
calling them their
Yeah, I was about to say it
sons.
wasn't. It's pretty clear what the biggest video. Yeah, that was a year ago. What Rory and Maul taught us, bare minimum. Yeah, that shit was amazing. That shit was fucking hilarious. We definitely covered that shit a year ago.
But you can see how it looks to Rory, where like certain videos weren't performing that well,
Bro, every,
and that
every
video had
No,
week,
I don't. No,
that's what
this the
y'all
thing. This
dedicated.
the this
And
the
then y'all
thing.
got an invite to Jersey just to, because you was kicking me and Maul's back in. Like, it's
So
cool.
did
I
so did we?
respect what y'all doing. I'm not hating on what y'all doing.
Did you take
Well,
down
that
any
is
well,
hate,
videos?
hold
though.
on, hold on. Yeah, I
How was
mean,
it hate?
it's what
No, it's
it's
hate that
whatever.
they was
That's
invited to
he's
Jersey.
being honest.
It's whatever because it's whatever. It doesn't matter how it's interpreted. But yeah, I guess I mean
Okay, so
the whole that's why we got invited to Jersey thing. Honestly, it might have been. I don't fucking know,
might have been.
Danny.
Come on, bro.
I
You
just
guys are
well, I
smart.
just
I
found
can
out.
tell
Hold
you
on, let me
guys are
finish.
smart. You know why you
I
was
mean,
invited there.
we're definitely not dumb.
The
Now,
homeroom
I also
university.
didn't know that Danny had said like a couple days before that he was like, I can make the Menace dudes bigger than you. So that was something new as well. Bro, that's the thing, dog. It's like in the last 90 days, we've covered y'all once a week, once a month, sorry, once a month. And then it's been inconsistent throughout the whole year. It was heavier in the beginning because y'all had the bare the minimum thing was happening between you and Joe. Uh, yeah, it was like there's y'all have moments. We cover the moments. If you're not a part of the moment, there might be more than a month in between us covering you. It's pretty clear. I feel like it's pretty clear. If something happens, we cover it. If nothing happens, nothing covers it. It's as simple as that.
That's one of the arguments. I think one of the other argument is
If you
the
if
judgment
you're a
that you
good
pass
and then
on
and this is
their
another thing too.
podcast, but you're not a viewer of the podcast. So to say again a statement like the podcast sucks, but you don't watch the podcast, then to turn around and
Right.
say no, the podcast is great, but again, you still don't watch the podcast. It's where's the legitimacy there? How do you know if you don't regularly watch the podcast and you're just watching it for either the moments or you're just
I'm
watching
watching.
the clips?
I'm watching the clip. So I'm not invested in the Roryandmal podcast to where I want to listen to a full podcast, but I will watch the clips, and I have watched more clips because I enjoyed that interview that he did with Danny 90 days ago, three months ago. So like, I'll watch more of the clips. I'm not committing to the whole podcast yet. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So if I only watch the first 2 minutes of the game, or maybe even some of the highlights of a basketball game, how can I say that that was a good game? All I saw was the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game.
Well, the only I don't know, well, the basketball thing is like there's gonna be a winner at the end, so it's like that's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll put it this way: I respect what y'all doing. Same
I
way,
appreciate you.
the reason
I
why
appreciate you,
I
man.
did an interview with Danny, I think this community is super valuable as far as people reacting to podcasts. My
Right.
issue with y'all has always been y'all got your start off shitting on us because I paid attention to everything.
You didn't though, but go ahead.
Yes, I did. All your views in the beginning came off shitting on me and Maul, but during the entire segment,
Rory, episode,
everybody,
but
let me
epi-
finish.
go ahead,
Everybody
yeah.
said we didn't watch a single fucking thing, but we hate them. And you guys got a few views off that and just kept it moving.
Yeah, it went up, that's for sure. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was fun to
exactly. So it's cool. Just
it
I
was fun
want
to
y'all
shit
to
on
admit
y'all,
that you
yeah.
guys are inconsistent and don't have a real perspective. Because
If
Cool.
we don't have a real perspective, you wouldn't enjoy the content and keep coming back every week either. So it's obviously there's some sort of
no,
consistency.
I'm someone that has always admitted if somebody's talking about me, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. But you also like some of the content because I heard you say that before I got a mic.
Yeah, y'all are funny.
Yeah. So
People that
there's
know
no
nothing
consistency.
about what
There's
they're
no
talking about are
inconsistency.
hilarious.
Right.
It's very
And you,
entertaining.
sure. Okay. We're funny. We don't know what we're talking about. Only when it comes to you though. But you enjoy some of the content. All that is
Yeah,
cool,
no, that's what I'm saying. I
for sure.
watched because of me. You think I was watching your shit because it wasn't about me?
Do you think?
I I have no idea why you're watching our stuff, but I just found out tonight that you are a watcher, so we appreciate you too.
You guys could have opened up in Charlotte.
We can open up in Charlotte?
You guys could have
Chris,
opened up in Charlotte when we were there.
what
What do
happened?
you
Why
mean?
didn't they?
I don't know.
It's a
Oh.
diss, Danny. He's saying y'all can
Yo,
open up for me.
yo, they went to New Jersey instead.
Well,
Oh,
you
I
did say this,
remember.
Rory, earlier. You said that they were showing you love though on the episode, and you thought that was weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
thing
moment
well
I did it, the
this
moment
is
I
the
did
thing
an
that
interview
yeah,
with Danny,
right.
someone that they fuck with, all of a
You
sudden their whole content changed and was like, "Yo, he's an amazing podcaster."
ain't nobody hype you up like that. Chill out.
Oh, all
Ain't,
right, man, cool.
ain't nobody put that much gas
Wait,
in
I'll,
wait,
you.
wait. I actually do remember
yeah,
you
yeah. All right,
guys
come on. See,
hyping. Wait. You know what's crazy, AJ? I don't
Yeah.
know if it was
come
you,
on,
but it
man.
was it was other maybe Tone Groove or Jay Noble that were like hyping Rory up a little bit more. Um, uh, and I don't think you did though, but I think that's what Rory's referencing from what I
Okay.
recall.
From
All
that
of a
one
sudden, I
episode.
went from the worst podcaster on earth to the best one because I did an interview with somebody that y'all fuck with.
But you did improve though.
Yeah, you
Like
did.
Yeah,
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 that can't
so
be
one of
looked
the
down upon, Rory.
All right, you guys are missing the point. That's cool. That's y'all opinion. That's whatever.
well
This
this
has
is the
been
That's the
a
question.
this
general
has
Well
been
this
a
is my
consensus.
podcast. This is a podcast that has not listened to one thing, admittedly,
okay.
and is now giving those opinions. That's
one
why I thought
You
it
say
was
one
it's
weird.
not
podcast
based on anything.
Like
I've
you're
watched
legitimately for the
I've watched
entire time saying we don't listen to y'all. Y'all are trash. But
yeah.
then don't listen to me, and now I'm great. Y'all are weird. That's weird. That's fucking
So
weird.
Yeah, AJ,
two
were you
things.
just checking like the Reddit or like the forums of Rory and Maul to get your opinion, or how were you?
Clips.
Yeah, or
Clips.
clips?
I think I made that pretty clear. We watched the clips.
It's hard to watch
Um
everything. You know.
No, all right, man.
we watched the clips. So some of the clips we
Dog, y'all was
watched,
on that podcast nonstop saying, yeah, no, we didn't watch shit. It would be that one dude, it would be the Parks version of your podcast that would just be
Lauren.
in the back and just be like, yeah, no, I watched it. Like, it was cool. And y'all be like, yeah, I don't watch that shit, but they trash.
Hey, yo, that's a white man, Rory. So just let you know.
yeah, that's White Man on the Boards.
He's actually not white, by the way.
And he's white. He's
Lying about anything right now? Because you know
Yeah,
it's
your
recorded,
time.
right?
Yeah, I know it's recorded. So one of the questions that I have is, if you one, you are also going on like more of a speaking engagement separate from all as well too. So I have watched more of your content in full when it's just been you, but in terms of watching the whole Rory and Maul podcast, that's not really happening that much. But I do watch the clips though, and then and if you get and if at and when I'm watching the clips from a year ago, if they're trash or I don't think they're good, and we clown them, whether I watch the whole podcast or not, we're basing everything off that clip that we might have saw. Or if there was a time period back then when the shit was just funny. So yeah, it had nothing to do with like let's watch this podcast. It's just making these jokes is a lot more entertaining right now. And then yeah, as you watching later more clips, if you're getting better and it's keeping my attention longer, then yeah, I'll give you your props.
So AJ, do you think that clips are enough to be able to gauge if a
Man, it
full
wasn't.
hour and a half to hour podcast is good or
It
It
wasn't
bad?
depends on
clips. It
it depends
wasn't
on
clips. It
it
was.
depends on
I did
it depends
a
on
interview
it
with
depends
Danny,
it
and
depends
that was it.
on yeah, it depends on what the context is. Because I mean, like, we're not doing if we're covering Rory and Maul, it's not. Let me tell you how good or bad this podcast was from the beginning to the end. It's about this one bit or this one segment in their show. You know what I mean?
But it sounds like that it's
Dog,
being
all
interpreted
your
by.
titles were about how trash we were to start your whole platform. What are you talking about?
That wasn't the start of the whole You know what the start of the platform was? There was no jumper. It's very clear what the start of the platform was.
Their breakup, you're saying? Hmm.
Yeah, the no jumper breakup. It's extremely clear what the start of the podcast was. It wasn't you. You weren't you didn't lay the
I didn't.
us shitting on y'all didn't lay the foundation to our
I
podcast.
didn't
It
say that it laid the foundation. I'm saying what got all the views was that.
That wasn't what got all the views.
Not even the no jumper
It
shit.
was it was the no
Y'all
jumper,
put
but
them in the algorithm.
it was really the brilliant idiot shit.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Rory,
It was brilliant idiots. It was where's wax. That was literally that was what it was.
Rory,
I
what do
put.
you think had
I
more
don't
of
know
an
why we
effect,
debating
you
it
or Jersey?
when it's literally there.
Hold on, what did he say?
I'm asking Rory, who do you think had more effect, you or Jersey?
Do you think it was
What do you
a?
mean by
You
what's the
think you
Jersey
got
shit you talk about?
I'm saying we
Joe
not calling
Budden
Joe's
going on the
name Joe,
pod?
so I assume that's what you meant when you said when y'all went to Jersey. So I'm saying, what do you think was bigger?
Oh, okay. Oh no, I think they've gotten way more views on their page now based off being invited to Jersey, and they were invited to Jersey because they were successful on shitting on us.
You think
There's
that's a
there's
possibility?
We were
That's
successful or the
not.
funniest,
It's
or
not
we
a
were the
possibility. It's a fact that
I'm
they were
asking from,
invited there strictly for that, and they're also talented. I'm
but
not
I'm just
saying they're not.
asking from
we
AJ's
appreciate that. Hey,
perspective.
real quick though, honest, honestly, that's another thing too. So it's like you say that's why we got invited to Jersey
You know it is.
a couple of days. I don't know that's what it is because a couple of days ago. Honestly, I don't give a fuck either way because either
Same
way we're coming out on the winning side. But if we're
facts.
just like, but if we're like keeping it just like 100, I genuinely don't know. You can feel how you feel, but then I just found out that Danny said a little while ago that Joe said I'll make them niggas bigger than you, and then we came up there right afterwards. It could have been one. It could have been a spite at Danny. It could have been a spite at you. It could have been a spite at both of y'all. Either way, that's on y'all to kind of deal with Joe. You know what I'm saying?
So
So AJ is
you
saying
think you
he
don't
I
get
doesn't
it,
agree.
know
but you
for a
feel it?
fact, just like none of us know for a fact, and they all could be very well true.
Yeah,
But he
Joe
doesn't know
didn't.
for a fact that that's it and won't concede to it.
Yeah, for that time that we were up there, Joe didn't say, yo, I'm using you to get back at these niggas. I didn't even. Well, obviously, we knew he's always in a conflict with the Rory and Maul podcast, or just you two individuals in general. I had no idea about the Danny thing back then. That it has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? He told us while we were up there, he fucks with our content. We're talented. Blah blah blah. All right, appreciate you.
He's
And
an asshole.
we'll use this
But AJ,
opportunity.
AJ, I feel like you're being a.
If we've been pawns inside of like the manipulation game that y'all or whatever like issue that y'all have, that's on y'all. I mean, that has nothing to do with us.
AJ, I think you're
I got a
being a
question
little
for you, AJ.
disingenuous. I think you're being a little disingenuous because at that time, Like y'all had smoke with everybody that had smoke with Joe. Like y'all had smoke with Big Loon. Y'all had smoke with
Like this
Charlemagne.
is
Y'all
Big
had
Loon
smoke with
is
crazy. This
trash
is
Elliott.
so
though.
Y'all
crazy to
had
me.
smoke with
No, that's
This is
not.
y'all.
so
That's
Y'all had
not
crazy to
y'all
me
true.
had
right
y'all
now.
had.
A
No,
little,
that's not
My
true.
fault. Big
But
Sloth. My
a
bad. Big
little, a
yeah,
Sloth.
little.
big.
I
Y'all
think
like every.
a little bit of smoke with me, a little bit, not like real, but like
Yeah,
just
that's
But
throwing
definitely
me out
also,
a
it
bit.
that's
was
not taken
jokes.
away from the fact that AJ and Menace and everybody, y'all make good content. It's good
Yeah,
enough
that's
content
true.
to where niggas are paying attention. So,
That's a fact.
on one
That's a
end,
fact.
when everybody's saying that these are the reasons, it does kind of take away from the fact, like, nah, the niggas make good content. But also, it could be true that Joe was, manipulating them
Yeah, it could be.
foolishness.
But who? Give me the list. Who were we riding for in the name of Joe? Is what it sounds like. Who were we riding for?
No, I'm not saying y'all was riding from in the name of Joe. I'm just saying like Joe took advantage of
And
the opportunity.
Charlemagne too, right?
Like y'all had smoke with Big Sloth. Y'all had smoke with
Charlemagne.
Right.
Charlemagne. Y'all had smoke with Elliot Wilson. It was jokes, but it
Hmm.
was but it
Right.
was
Yeah,
still
that's what I'm
it was
saying.
it was still
There was
smoke.
no. There's never been any real issue. The only person who took it past like I don't fuck with them because they like hating on my shit is Sloth. He's the only one that took it past that. You know what I'm saying? Rory sent a copyright strike. It was like whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of the game. They're like I'm not fucking crying over it. I definitely talked a little bit more shit, maybe for like a month or like a week or two after that. But it wasn't like I hated him to his gut. I wouldn't have came up on the stage. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But
It's definitely not that serious. And what's
yeah,
your
it's not
actual
that
name, Menace?
serious.
By the way, what's your
Hey,
actual